Welcome to the Times Herald Record Do-It-Yourself Craft video. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm Amy Berkowitz, craft and hobbies columnist, and today I'm sending some love your way by showing you how to convert a heart-shaped box that used to be filled with chocolates into a shadow box. The supplies you'll need are an empty candy box, heart-shaped covering inside. What's that? Okay, all right, I'm sorry. Take two. Okay. The supplies you'll need are an empty heart-shaped candy box. Use the heart-shaped covering inside to trace on your scrapbooking background or your felt. That way you'll get an even heart. A wet and dry cloth. Ribbons, beads, buttons, and or stickers to decorate with. You should use a glue stick to begin with and a glue gun with sticks for supply. Watercolors, white mini paper cups that already come inside the candy box, or you can buy them separately at the craft store in the baking department. The red shrink wrap from the heart, brushes, and a cup of water to clean the brushes from the watercolors, scissors, a copy of the picture that you want to put in, an easel for display purposes, and a clip or something that is removable so that you can change out the picture. Okay, so for directions, we're going to start with a wet cloth, and you're going to go over the inside of the heart. So here I have something set up in here, and you can use any size heart you want, okay? But first I'm just going to wipe it down with a damp cloth so that you can get any chocolate pieces out of there. And then you can dry it out a little bit. And you're going to start with a glue stick. And this just makes it tacky, but the hot glue gun is going to really do all the work. So just make sure that you get it in the bottom of the box all the way here. You can leave the sides, without glue. You're going to take your glue gun, and I like to say you just make a happy face. So eyes, nose, and a mouth. And that should be enough to hold it down. You're going to use your wrapper from the actual heart-shaped box, and you're going to trace it on the material that you want or the scrap paper that you want. You can use scrapbooking paper, felt, material, whatever you like, and make the heart. And it usually fits perfectly inside. And you're going to hold it down until it's in there. Now don't worry about the borders because we'll get them later with some ribbon or an old necklace. Okay? And now you're going to see how you want your picture in there, and here she is. And I have this little picture here, and I just kind of cut her out. And you can use, if you know origami, you can do an origami little heart holder, and that's on the, you can see the link in the newsprint edition for that. And so I'm going to decide to put it in the middle. And since it's a small heart, I'm going to use an old necklace that I had here that I thought was very appropriate. And I'm going to place it around the inside, and it may not go all the way around, but that's okay. We could put other things in there. And so then I'm just going to take my hot glue gun and kind of go along the edge here. Then I'm going to see what else. I'm going to do the picture last because just in case I want to put something else in. And I would say this is good for my niece. She likes a lot of different shoes and things like that. So I could take some ribbon first and measure this out just to go underneath the necklace there and put it in there. So I'm going to trim it off, okay? And I'm going to place the ribbon inside so that it gives it some dimension. That's the most important thing with shadow boxes, is that you have different dimensions in there poking out. It gives some interest to the box. Unlike a frame that's kind of flat, the shadow box has sides, so you want it to look almost like, you're putting furniture in a dollhouse or something. So it gives it some texture and dimension. Okay, so I have this over here. So let's just see, I just want the shoes to kind of peek out of there. And lastly, I'm going to definitely glue down this picture now. You can use a clip. This is definitely glued in, but I can lift out the picture and change it out. So if you decide that you would like to have a different picture in there, you can. And you can put all kinds of different types of mirrors and things like that to make it look more interesting. You can use all different parts of the actual heart that it comes with. These are the little cups that usually the chocolate comes in, and you can utilize these because this is like a memory keeper. You can make it look like a rose or a little flower by folding it in half, then fold it again, and then keep folding it like a little accordion, you know, like that. You're going to open it back up and it's going to start to look more like a flower. What I like to do is then just put little slits in there. So you're going to cut it towards the middle, but just not all the way to the bottom. And there you go, you've got a little bit of a flower. I colored it with some watercolor. And to make it even look more like a flower, you can use the red shrink wrap to go underneath it, like that. And then you can put a sticker in the middle. Let's make it a really cute little rosette here. Put a sticker in the middle. And you've got your little flower. And you could paste that right in, like I did with this one. Like I did with this one right here. That's made out of the wrapper, and behind it is the shrink wrap, just to give it a little color. And I put some rhinestones in there as a center. Thanks for watching our do-it-yourself video. And you can find out more about this project in Thursday's Times Herald Record Crafts and Hobbies page. Have a happy Valentine's Day, and always start from scrap.